What's going on, everybody? It's Mike here from the Garage Beers Podcast, and you know what time it is. Let's have this drink and talk about the Cavs. What a fun night it was down at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse tonight in Cleveland as the Cavaliers take down the New Orleans Pelicans, the very shorthanded New Orleans Pelicans, 128-100. And listen, you don't get too excited about the specific game as far as when you go up against New Orleans without Zion Williamson and Brandon Ingram and CJ McCollum. You got to beat the New Orleans Pelicans when they're that shorthanded, and even more of their regular players. But the Cavaliers come out, and I think there's two great things to talk about with this game. One, I was really interested to see how they would bounce back after their first loss of the season when the excitement and the pressure and the weight and the energy was gone from the 15-game winning streak. How would they bounce back after their first loss? Well, they got their first loss last night, and they answered that. The intensity was still there. The energy was still there. And the team that we saw build that 15-game winning streak was still out there on the court. So I think that was great to see. I was a little nervous that maybe they would kind of play a little bit more lax, not have that same kind of energy and intensity, and kind of have to work to get it back after the streak ended. Well, I don't think it's going to look like that. Two, I love what Kenny Atkinson did tonight. He just went full in on the young guys. Not only did he go say, hey, we're going to have to play some of these young guys, but like Jalen Tyson gets the start. Luke Travers, one of the first guys off the bench. The way I think he incorporated the young guys in the game tonight, it was so fun to watch. Luke Travers still kind of finding his way in the NBA game, but I think there's a lot of flashes of potential with this dude. And how about Jalen Tyson? The dude gets his first NBA start and damn near triple doubles. 16 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists. Jalen Tyson defensively was great. An energy bringer, a bucket getter, and a playmaker. You got to love the way Jalen Tyson looked in this game tonight. But the reality is this. The Ty Jerome moment was so awesome in this game. Cavaliers looked pretty good to start the game. But you could tell they didn't want to play guys like Donovan Mitchell and Evan Mobley and Jared Allen big minutes in this game. Well, they didn't have to, because in the second quarter, another 40-point quarter for the Cleveland Cavaliers, Ty Jerome just absolutely went off. 27 points in the first half, 7 of 10 from three. He finishes the game with 29, but it's because he really didn't play at all in the second half, along with the rest of the starters. The guys that got big minutes in this game were the guys like Craig Porter and Jalen Tyson and Luke Travers, and they were out there the majority of the game, and they played well. So it was really fun. It was really exciting, and I got to tell you, Ty Jerome just continues to show you that he's going to be a critical part of this team this season. And for all the people that said, well, actually, him coming back from his injury is kind of like a big free agent signing for this team, you were exactly right. You were exactly right. Ty Jerome is fantastic. I also want to get one more special shout-out in to George Niang. George Niang's a different player this year than he was for the Cavaliers last year. He looks quicker. He looks more decisive. He looks like he's in a little bit better shape, although he's still the minivan. Don't get him wrong. Still the minivan, but in a little bit better shape. And, man, his shot looks good, and it has all season. So I do want to give George a special shout-out because he was really good in this game again tonight, as he's been pretty much all season. So Cavaliers get a big win. The young guns show out for the Cavaliers. And, hey, here's to a new winning streak starting for the Cleveland Cavaliers, 1-0 on that new winning streak. They get a couple of days off finally, but we'll talk to you after the next game. Cheers and go Cavs.